Well, good afternoon. Welcome to my kitchen. This is Saturday, and today's edition is body, mind, and soul. So for the body, we are going to make a chili today, but not my favorite apron. If you'd like this apron, I'd be more than happy to give it to you. Just email me your address and I'll send this to you. Okay. For today's cooking project, we're going to do a fairly simple chili. You're going to need a pound of ground beef, a large can of diced tomatoes. I like to use 4 cans of brown beans, an onion or two. I'm going to chop up these are just babies. I just picked those out of the garden, and a couple of small peppers. Okay, I'm going to get started on browning this hamburger. I'll do that in the fry pan. And I'm going to saute the onions and the peppers in my wife's cooking pot over here. And I'll be back. Okay, I am back. I got my hamburger all browned up here nicely. And I did forget to mention the chili powder. Once I got my burger fried up, give it a good dose of chili powder. And then just going to leave that on the element to stay warm while I'm preparing the rest. Oh yeah, I should mention to you when I'm browning my beef, I just chop away at it till it's all stays nice and fine. I don't like chunky ground beef in my chili. Okay, put this aside and I'll get my veggies ready. Okay, I have got my veggies all ready to go here, the onions and the green peppers. I'm going to put them in the cooker there and saute them. And they're sort of sauteed. Then I'm going to add the diced tomatoes and let that simmer for a little while. Hang in there. I'll be right back. Okay. I have the onions and peppers sauteing nicely in the cooker. It is now time to add the diced tomatoes. So I like to let that. The diced tomatoes are pretty juicy, so I like to simmer them for a while to cook off some of the juice. Okay, while that is simmering, I think this would be a great time while we're waiting for the food to feed our bodies. This would be a great time to feed our soul for a few minutes. Let's take a look at a little bit of chapter 10 in Ecclesiastes. Dead flies will cause even a bottle of perfume to stink. Yes, a small mistake can outweigh much wisdom and honor. A wise man's heart leads him to do right, and a fool's heart leads him to do evil. You can identify a fool just by the way he walks down the street. If the boss is angry with you, don't quit. quiet spirit will quiet his bad temper. There is another evil I have seen as I have watched the world go by. A sad situation concerning kings and rulers, for I have seen foolish men given great authority, and rich men not given their rightful place of dignity. I have even seen servants riding while princes walk like servants, dig a well and fall into it, demolish an old wall and be bitten by a snake. When working in a quarry, stones may fall and crush you. There is risk in each stroke of your axe. A dull axe requires great strength. Be wise and sharpen the blade. When the horse is stolen, it's too late to lock the barn. Those are some really good truisms. It is pleasant to listen to wise words, but a fool's speech brings him to ruin. Since he begins with a foolish premise, his conclusion is sheer madness. A fool knows all about the future and tells everyone in detail. But who can really know what is going to happen? A fool is so upset by a little work that he has no strength for the simplest matter. Don't be a fool. Sharpen the axe. Keep the barn door locked. Yeah, there is much to chew on in that reading. And the vegetables will be, and the diced tomatoes should be getting close to being cooked down. In a few minutes, we'll have the burger and the beans, and we'll see how that turns out. I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. I've added the beans and the ground beef to the veggies and the diced tomatoes, and I'm letting that simmer for a little bit. Now, the piece of resistance. I add a half a handful of brown sugar and a couple of tablespoons of vinegar. Make it a bit sweet and sour. Try it. You will love it. Okay, I'm going to add this to the mix. Then we'll put it in a bowl. Let's see how it tastes. Be right back. Okay. Oh, let's see if I can wrap this all up here for you. After I brown the hamburger, saute the veggies, put the diced tomatoes in to simmer off some of the liquid. Mix the hamburger and the beans into the mix in a big pot, along with the secret ingredients, the brown sugar and the vinegar. I like to just let it simmer for half hour to an hour to let the flavors all meld together really nice. So let's I think it's pretty much done. Let's put some in a bowl, see what we got. Put some in the bowl. I'm not sure if you can see it. I don't want to tip it over. But we're going to give it a little taste test. Mm. Hmm. That is very tasty. That is going to be supper for tonight, along with a fresh slice of sourdough bread that my daughter made. That should be really good. You all have a wonderful evening. Enjoy this long weekend. Let's stay with Proverbs 18:10 one more night. The name of the Lord is a strong fortress. The godly run to him and are safe. Amen. Amen. Take care. See you tomorrow.